it's going to save us a considerable sum of money, but it also just makes us more efficient as a business. And I think you can't really put a cost on that. Working with a larger team, we went around and looked at a number of providers, and then we identified iHasco, both, from a cost is important to an SME, but as well as sort of ease of use as well, because we've got multiple administrators for the teams. And I like that. You can delegate down to other people and say, actually, it's your team, you manage them. So if you want to give them additional training or, give them, additional options, because there's obviously a huge catalogue for people to look at, then it's really allowed them to sort of be part of that. The biggest challenge we have when it comes to training, again, it's not what you say you've done, it's what you can show you've done. So having a sort of central record of the core training, it's really just allowed us to kind of bring it in, which was a major challenge of how do we actually know who's done what? And, if needs be, how do we actually prove what we're doing? We also, part of my job is to do the oversight on it. So I'm able to easily pull the stats off the system because, it's really easy. You can see it by division. You can make up, if you put the work in, you can set it up to really manage the different parts in the teams. So, I can almost give each line manager a report to say, this is where your team's at, this is the progress. It just kind of creates that culture for people to go, right, I'm joining a company that does things properly, and they don't just kind of sit me in a room for half an hour, put me through a load of slides to say, right, actually, we've thought about this is where you're allocated, this is how to use it. But also administrators as well. I think you can section it off. The administrator part's really helpful because it helps that those teams manage their own levels of adoption, which means I'm not sort of sitting there constantly as the head of safety chasing people, because actually, you let the line managers do the job. It allows me to reassure my directors that we're in a good place, we've progressed, and from a cost perspective, it's also saved the company a lot of money. In an SME, and particularly the current environment with the economic challenges, what's not to like?